Hey there, warriors. Allison here, author, yoga instructor, and creative warrior. And today I am here to talk about one thing, just one, that you can do to stay motivated during National Novel Writing Month. Okay, maybe there's more than one thing you should be doing to stay motivated throughout the whole month of November. Even that really funky middle part that's like gray and old and you're not as excited about your novel anymore and you're not sure how you're gonna end it. That part, take yourself on an artist date. So this concept is not mine. I will give credit where credit is due. An artist date is a concept that comes from the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. So The Artist's Way is a spiritual path to higher creativity. Yes, it mentions God, but you don't have to believe in the Christian God, just a higher power. Whatever you believe in, you can apply it and use it when she talks about God. We're not going to get into that right now. It's a really interesting book. It is a 12-week course or plan in discovering and recovering your creative self. So I will do more videos on this. We'll talk about this a lot more, but for right now, we're just gonna talk about the artist date. And I know we're already into the first week of National Novel Writing Month, but I am going to challenge you to do 4 artist dates in the month of November, maybe 3, so 1 a week. 1 artist date a week. So what is an artist date? I should probably tell you that before I give you your homework. An artist date is a block of time. She says perhaps 2 hours weekly. We're gonna let you do 1 hour, maybe not quite, just because we're in a time crunch. Especially set aside and committed to nurturing your creative consciousness, your inner artist. What does that mean? Basically, you're taking yourself out of your usual space, your office, your home, into something, an environment, an activity that's going to make you feel inspired, that's going to nurture your inner artist. She refers to our inner artist as kind of an inner child a lot. So something that's going to make you feel playful and joyful and fun and inspired. Sounds good, right? But she says you cannot afford not to find time for artist dates. So basically, by taking yourself on an artist date, you're just finding time for yourself. You're finding time to nurture your creativity. So when I'm writing all the time or creating all the time, I get overwhelmed, I get stuck, my brain just doesn't want to keep doing the thing. But then I find something else that nurtures a different part of me, and all of a sudden the writing is easier. So as an example, I just took up roller skating. It is super fun. It makes me feel like a kid again, and I love the feeling of being out, the wind kind of blowing in my hair, just going. And it makes me feel really joyful and really free. So that for me would be an example of an artist date. And it gives me a chance to use different parts of my brain, different creative parts, but different parts. So for me, a roller skating date would be an example of an artist date. A museum, a coffee shop where you go and just sit and read. Don't work on things, don't write, just sit and read, or sit and observe the world around you and sip your coffee and relax. Go for a walk, a nature walk, not just like a walk around your neighborhood if you do that every day. A walk out on a trail in nature could be an artist's date. If there's a specific spot you've been meaning to go visit nearby that you hear is really beautiful, go visit that. Oh, these are meant to be done alone, by the way, in solitude. Don't take a friend, don't take your family. Don't take your family. Take yourself. Learn to guard against any invasion. So you're gonna wanna pick a time, if you're gonna do these once a week for the rest of November, Pick a time where you know you're gonna have, maybe these are half an hour to an hour, 45 minutes. You know you're gonna have that time. Block it off and go do it. Try to keep that commitment to yourself. Maybe you'd back out on a date if you were going on a date, but don't back out on a date with yourself. Even if things are going well, I would still encourage you to try these artist dates, to let inspiration flow into you instead of out of you. It sounded really awkward and kind of weird, but that's what you're doing when you're going on these artist dates. You're changing the flow of creativity. So during National Novel Writing Month, you're putting it out. You are sending creativity out into the world, and eventually your tank's gonna get empty, right? So when you go on these artist dates, you are filling it back up. You're refilling your creativity tank. I am challenging you to go out on an artist date once a month once a week during the month of November. You can learn a little more about them on your own time. You can Google it. There's plenty of information on the internet. Maybe try it out during the month of November if you're feeling a little stuck, if you're starting to lose momentum, if you're feeling uninspired or unmotivated. Go out on an artist date. You can either set aside time to do one a week throughout the month of November, or if that feels too overwhelming with all of the words you need to write during the month, I get it, it's okay. Maybe just try it if you start to feel a little stuck or overwhelmed by your project. Walk away, take yourself out on an artist date, courtesy of Julia Cameron. And if you are interested, you can check out The Artist's Way. You can find it online. I will put a link to it. I don't get any money for it, but you can check it out. Okay, that is the one thing, I'm sure there are more, but that is the one thing I am suggesting today that you can try to help keep you motivated throughout the month of November and National Novel Writing Month. If you found this helpful, throw it in the comments. And give us your ideas for an artist date. So I threw out a few ideas, but not very many. I know they're kind of hard to think of. So put your ideas in the comments and maybe somebody else will be inspired. Let's all help each other think of different ways that we can stay inspired throughout the month. And if you need a little extra inspiration, you can use this writing prompt in this video along with the timed sprint to get new ideas, see what comes up, and hopefully make a little bit of progress on your project. Thank you for listening, warriors. Now go fight for your creativity. Where's the part I want? E.